wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get in some front page news. Now, last night in Thursday Night Football, the Jets beat the Texans 21-13. All right. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning, good morning. Yes, we have made it to the weekend. How y'all feeling? Good? Y'all
Yes,
feeling
black
good?
and highly favored.
Good. And yes, I absolutely did have dinner last night on the Halloween trail. Hot dogs, hamburgers, for sure. Yes, that's a thing. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. Countdown is on with Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th, 5 days away. And on top of your front page news, making sure you exercise your right to vote. We love to see it. Former President Donald Trump, now he's already claiming that Pennsylvania is cheating after hundreds of fraudulent registration applications were recently turned in. Now, state officials are making it clear that those were not votes, but rather applications found to have been submitted by paid canvassers. A safeguard kicked in to prevent any cheating and rejected them while an investigation is still ongoing. Now, Trump posted on his social media platform, Truth Social, yesterday, that the state is getting caught cheating at large-scale levels rarely seen before. Let's hear those comments from former President Trump in regards to cheating in Pennsylvania.
They've already started cheating in Lancaster. They've cheated. We caught them with 2,600 votes. And every vote was written by the same person. I wonder how that happened.
Always remember, whatever Trump is accusing people of, he's already doing or has done. It's always straight projection. Because I've been telling you on this radio for months that they're already plotting on stealing your election. You're going to have a bunch of GOP elected officials around the country who refuse to certify the results of the election. He's got the Supreme Court on his side that'll help him win. But it's going to be hard for him to do because he's not currently in power as president. But it's going to be difficult. He's going to make it dangerous.
Yes, and this is where it begins. Again, not votes, but just applications, guys. So Trump's campaign is also suing Philadelphia, Bucks County over claims of voter intimidation, and long lines of people tried to get mail-in ballots Tuesday, the deadline to request them. And, of course, there's been no evidence produced of that. Meanwhile, Pennsylvania Secretary of Commonwealth Al Schmidt says election officials statewide are working hard to ensure free, fair, safe, and secure election after fraudulent registration applications were submitted. Let's hear from him.
When you have cases like this, it should encourage people to have more faith in the system, not less.
Yeah, so Pennsylvania Attorney General Michelle Henry is also entering the chat, responding to allegations of voter fraud in the state. Henry said attempts to submit fraudulent voter applications forms in York, Lancaster, and other counties were uncovered and defeated. She noted that the fraudulent materials did not include any ballots. Again, not votes, just applications. Henry says the investigations are ongoing and those who committed the fraud will be held accountable. So there is some stuff going on, but we got to be clear about what that stuff is. So, yeah. Moving on, Trump rallied in Arizona, Nevada, and New Mexico yesterday, which New Mexico is traditionally a blue state, while Arizona and Nevada are swing states. Trump officials claim there is momentum in the entire region, and they slammed VP Harris's border policies. Let's hear from Trump at his rally in New Mexico.
If we could bring God down from heaven, he could be the vote counter, we would win this, we'd win California, we'd win a lot of states. Do you know that in 4 years, almost 4 years, she never called Border Patrol once, and yet she was in charge of the border? That's not too good. That's not. She's a stiff. She's a total stiff, and she lies.
Yes. Any thoughts on that? You're like, same old song.
Yeah, we've been hearing this same thing for the longest time now.
Man. Like, and it's just things that just aren't accurate, you know? That's all I can tell you. Like, she was not in charge of the border. Like, it's just things that weren't accurate. The border is a bipartisan issue, and it's going to take bipartisan legislation, to properly secure the border. And there was bipartisan legislation in place, but Donald Trump shot it down because he did not want to give the Democrats any political win in an election season. Those are just facts. Now, did the Biden administration get a lot of things wrong at the border early on? Yes. But once again, it's not just a one-party issue. It's a bipartisan issue. It's going to take both parties to fix it. There was something in place to fix it. He shot it down. That's just a fact.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, Trump is also suing CBS for $10 billion for allegedly making Harris's 60 Minutes interview look good, supposedly. His legal team filed a claim towards the network saying that they edited the footage to cast her in a positive light. Now, the lawsuit says that CBS participated in a partisan and unlawful acts of election and voter interference and substantial news distortion when it aired the interview. So, yep, there's more to be had. And
so when can we sue for billions of dollars for them using me and Envy's likeness in his
in the trans ad,
his anti-trans ads without our permission?
Now he don't have no $1 billion.
Well, he is $1.8 billion in debt right now, but that ain't the point. Okay, what lawyer want to take the case? Who want to take the case for us to sue Donald Trump?
Pro bono.
Okay, for using our likeness without permission.
That's right.
Keyword pro bono. Okay, who wants
that? Means free.
Yes. All right.
That's your front page news for 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Stick around. We'll get caught up with what's going on with VP Harris.
I wonder if during Thursday Night Football if that commercial ran. I'm just curious. All right. Now get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Call us up right now. Let us know how your Halloween is. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get in some front page news. Last night in sports, the Jets beat the Texans 21-13. Did you see highlights of the game, Charlamagne?
No.
You see the Jets player who got the touchdown but dropped the ball right before the touchdown?
No, you know what I was doing last night?
Oh
after I got back from trick-or-treating, I was laying on my heating pad, and I was watching some of the Megan Thee Stallion documentary. I ain't even watched no sports.
Oh, yeah.
Passed right by it. Didn't care.
I actually fell asleep. I actually walking around with the kids. My back was hurting. I actually went to sleep.
I fell asleep watching a documentary, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey, y'all. Hey. All right. So the countdown is on with Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th, 4 days away. And on top of the front page news, making sure you exercise your right to vote. Okay, so before heading to Arizona, Vice President Harris addressed comments former President Trump made recently about protecting women, quote, whether they like it or not.
Now, didn't that lady just tell you stop centering Trump stories? Here you go. Here you go, Morgan. The woman just called up here.
She sure did, but this one's about Harris though, and her comments and how she responded to Trump. So let's hear more from VP Harris on protecting women.
It actually is, I think, very offensive to women in terms of not understanding their agency, their authority, their right, and their ability to make decisions about their own lives, including their own bodies. And this is just the latest on a series of reveals by the former president of how he thinks about women and their agency.
So Harris held rallies in the Southwest swing states of Nevada and Arizona before taking the stage in Arizona. She talked about not belittling voters for their choice while also slamming Donald Trump. Here's what she had to say, Harris on Trump.
I do not believe, and I will speak for myself, that we should ever criticize people based on who they vote for. He is someone who talks full-time about the enemy within. He speaks ill of America. He refers to us as a garbage can. Exhausted with his rhetoric, exhausted with that approach, exhausted with an approach that Donald Trump has that's trying to divide our country and have Americans point fingers at each other.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I don't understand why they even let him pull up in the garbage truck and try to change the narrative and try to harp on whatever it is President Biden said about, the supporters of the Trump, whatever, being trash, whatever it was. Because he literally says the same type of rhetoric. He called America a garbage can a week ago.
Right.
He a troll, you know that.
All right, yeah, well, actually, VP Harris, she took the stage in Arizona saying that she will fight for the American people. Let's hear those comments from VP Harris.
In this election, we have an opportunity to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other. We're done with that. We're exhausted with that. And it is my pledge to you that if you give me the chance to fight on your behalf as president, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way.
Yeah, so Harris has been endorsed recently. Of course, Bill Clinton, former President Bill Clinton, has taken has been on the campaign trail for her. Hillary Clinton will be in Tampa this upcoming weekend for her. LeBron James, he took to social media to endorse her, saying, "When I think about my kids and my family and how they will grow up, the choice is clear to me." So she's been receiving a lot of endorsements. Also the Avengers, which I thought was kind of cool. The Avengers are assembling again to endorse VP Harris for president. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett Johansson, and more. They all took to social media to endorse the VP for president. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, switching gears, you guys, we're on verdict watch right now. The jury is deliberating in the Brett Hankinson trial. That's the former Louisville police officer who is in his second civil rights trial for his actions during the botched raid, say her name, at Breonna Taylor's apartment in 2020. The first civil rights trial ended in a deadlocked jury, and he was previously acquitted of state charges. Jurors asked questions on the of the court as to whether Taylor was a living victim at the time Hankinson fired shots into her apartment. The defense brought up the possibility that Taylor was already dead during closing arguments. Now, Hankinson faces civil rights violations for firing into the apartments of Taylor and her next door neighbor, those wanton charges. And first civil rights trial, of course, ended in the deadlocked jury. I said that. Okay. So again, the former officer could face life in prison if convicted. And bringing things home quickly to New York, Mayor Adams, he's expected to return to federal court today for his bribery and fraud case. Lawyers for the mayor are asking that the charge against Adams be dropped. Those bribery charges be dropped. They say prosecutors have yet to prove there was any quid pro quo in the matter. Prosecutors have claimed that Adams took luxury travel from Turkish officials in exchange for smoothing the way the new Turkish consulate to be built in New York City. Now, Adams has pled not guilty to those corruption charges, but we will see what happens in court today. Yeah. All right, y'all. Happy November 1st. It's now Gobble Gobble season, right? That's your front page news. Morgan Wood. Follow me on social at Morgan Media. And for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.